he says in a strangled voice. Long time no see. Under his dark brows, his eyes look nervous. Yeah, it's been a while. Do I look as uncomfortable as I feel? He pauses in front of me, is silent for a long minute, and finally comes out with, "Hot night." He sets the guitar case down and uses both hands to prod his abundant hair into place. I notice he's staring at Jimmy, staring so hard Jimmy's almost squirming. Yeah, I say. Must be at least 90. So, how's the band? He turns his face back toward me, trying to sound casual but not succeeding. I nod, feeling totally awkward. Making it. He nods too, but he doesn't say anything, so I go on. Working once a week, sometimes more. He nods again, but still doesn't say anything. We'll be at the hot spot down in the village Saturday, I say. He nods. He's a huge guy, and my neck is starting to hurt from looking up at him. How are you doing, Stan? He arranges his mouth into another smile, a more genuine smile, and says, Good. Real good. Have you heard of the Blue Dudes? You're in another blues band? I know I sound amazed, and sure enough, he looks hurt. The blues is my main influence, he says defensively. You know that. I do, but his idea of blues and my idea aren't the same thing. That was part of the problem. He checks his watch and stoops for the guitar case. I gotta get in there, he says. They'll be wondering where I am. The band has a big road gig this weekend. One of those casinos up north. He takes a few steps and the guitar case narrowly misses my knees. Good luck, I say. He takes a few more steps, still looking at me, but moving toward the door. Thanks, he says. Those guys pay good money, and it looks like it could turn into something regular. Suddenly, one of the tech guys appears in the doorway. I say, Stan, watch out! But it's too late. Stan collides with him. The guitar case swings crazily around, bangs into the Coke machine, then plops on the floor with a thud. Stan grabs the tech guy to steady him. He's apologizing like crazy, and the tech guy is swearing. I sink back into the sofa, trying not to laugh, at least not too loud. Stan gets the tech guy calmed down and disappears through the doorway. I can't believe Stan's in another blues band, I say to Jimmy when I'm sure Stan's out of earshot. Says they've got a casino gig this weekend. Did you hear him? So that was Notorious Stan, he says. No wonder he was giving me the evil eye. Understandable, I guess. Sorry I didn't introduce you, but I was a little flustered. This is the first time I've run into him since you fired him. I didn't really fire him. We had a discussion. It wasn't working out, and he knew it. He just doesn't have a blues soul. Hey, hold on a second. Jimmy lifts a hand as if to call for silence. On the screen, a talking head is observing that something is a great loss to the fans of some generation or other. I guess she really did die, he says half to himself. I thought that guy was putting me on. The talking head is replaced by the fleeting image of a woman in a fringed skirt and a cowboy hat, then by a run-down brick building that looks really old. Over the sound of a honky-tonk piano, a female voice moans, "Let me cry you some more tears." The talking head comes back for a minute, then the screen is filled with cheerful people wearing bell-bottoms and platform shoes. The camera zooms in over the cover of a CD with Swinging 70s scrawled across it, and the bell-bottom people do a cheerful little dance. Who died? I say. Nancy Lee Parker. Who's that? Oh, I wouldn't even know about her, except this crazy guy's been hassling me. She was... how to explain it? He stares down the hallway as if looking for inspiration. As he stares, Michael and Dom turn the corner.